on another fun full hour of Calling All Angels Hotline. That was fabulous.
Thank you.
Talk about attention on positive music. Now, you said you were nominated in 2005 in a personal transformation. Do you remember who the winner was?
The winner was a woman named Jana Stanfield, who is a pioneer in New Thought music. She's been winning awards and sharing her music all over the world for a long time. She's a fabulous performer and one of our mentors, one of the advocates for our work. She's always been a person who stands by and advocates for other people doing the same work that she does. She shares.
Wasn't that song called I'm Not...
If I Were Brave.
If I Were Brave, yes.
Brilliant song.
A brilliant song.
Well, now that I'm remembering, didn't she have two songs?
She won 2 that year.
Yes.
She won for If I Were Brave, and then she won for
I'm Not
another
Lost.
song called
I'm Not
Lost, I'm Exploring.
Yes, yes. Oh,
Such
wonderful.
a brilliant,
Wonderful.
But it makes a
songwriters.
lot of sense because she has a huge body of work going back 10, 15 years, so we finally caught up with her, is what these awards were.
Well, I want you to know that Jana Stanfield was in Fort Wayne just last week with Patty Duke.
I know, isn't that amazing?
Yes.
So wonderful.
Yes, it is. And next week, there's somebody else following you. Can you believe it?
Who?
Take a guess.
I don't know.
I'll tell you at the end of the show.
Okay.
We got to keep going because
Suspense.
there's more music.
Okay, all right.
You're
all
just
right.
getting warmed up, and everyone, I'm sure, is sitting at the edge of their seat wanting more of your music out there.
Music.
And so we talked a little bit about 2005 and how you've been involved with a New Thought concert and tribute. Now, I understand there's a Palooza.
Yes.
What is the
Isn't that a crazy name? Palooza was a name that Richard McDeesey, who started the Eye to Eye Ministries, Eye to Eye music group, came up with to create a collective concert of positive music that would come and visit different regions across the country. And since it started in 2005, there have been about 20 different concerts all over the country with a host of different artists all involved with the Eye to Eye and New Thought Songwriters Tribute.
Now, are you on tour with that too?
We did it last year. We did several of them. We worked with Faith Rivera, and we worked with Greg Tamblyn.
Oh, Greg
and
Tamblyn.
So wonderful. And Fred Bogert, all kinds of folks that I know that you've introduced already on your show.
And it's not really a tour so much as these artists, luckily we find ourselves very close together, and so we meet in one place and do these concerts. And they're trying to do one concert a month in different places, so they actually occur all over the United States. It's a lot of fun.
And so then I bet that anyone who would want to know more about the Palooza schedule could go to eye2eyemusic.org and find out where they are.
And they're all over the place, so it's very likely to be one in your area.
Eye to Eye Ministries.
Music.
No, it's eye2eyemusic.org.
Is it music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Music.
Just want to make
that
sure
was changed last. Every year it's growing and changing.
It's
and,
wonderful.
And just being, anyway, it's accommodating so much.
And the positive music concert is designed to include many, many people. Often it's housed at a New Thought church, but the whole community is involved, and people from all over the place come to hear. It's like a meeting place for people. So it's very inclusive. The music invites people in from all different walks of life, and we find a place to share and be together. So it's really quite beautiful.
And
it's quite a beautiful
these
event.
concerts and these tributes were set up for 2 reasons in mind: was to let people in the New Thought movement know about these fabulous writers and the fabulous music that's available to them, and part 2 is to try to get this music out cross over into mainstream spirituality, or just your person on the street, or anybody that feels like they need a stronger step and a little consciousness raising music.
Well, I must say that what I see in my perspective from the vision that I reflect is that spiritual blend everywhere.
Yeah.
Spiritual blending with public service. And
Oh my gosh, yes.
people are really, in thought and word and action, changing the world.
Yes, they are. Well, look at nonprofit organizations, and nonprofit organizations are using New Thought music now all the time to inspire their own people, because as funds were changed and nonprofits lost some of their funding, there has to be a way to inspire people who do this. The work still needs to be done.
Yes. Yes.
So the music is being used to inspire people to the work. So it's very powerful.
When we first started doing this 10 to 15 years ago, that was part of our mission statement. We felt that there was a worldwide movement of beings that were searching for a message and a way to get on a spiritual path. We felt that in our heart, but now, recently, we've seen that kind of music being used on regular television programming, and Oprah Winfrey has The Secret on, and oh my God, it just seems like it's moving faster and faster.
I know it, and I feel so honored that
Yeah.
I'm finding myself in the center of it all, and that this
Yeah.
this network is becoming the best kept secret, and
Yes.
I just get so excited that
Yeah.
I just see all the healing and all the
Yeah, it makes
the
me
new
feel
life.
so hopeful about the
Yeah.
world, you know.
Yeah.
All over the world. And Robert and I have been blessed to travel internationally. We travel and sing in Italy once a year. We were just in Mexico. So we're starting to call ourselves international performers because we leave the country once in a while to do the work. But we find that this kind of spirituality and this kind of consciousness is always everywhere. And different in different ways, but always everywhere.
Do you think that's from? Do you think it's because of your perspective, or do you think it is really always everywhere, as a principle, or it's really always there?
I think it's really always there.
Yeah.
And it's always my own ability to recognize love in a situation, recognize a way to peace inside of conflict. I think that's the part I bring, is my ability to see what's already here. I just think that peace is always possible.
I agree. I think it's always there. I mean, I know we have our perception of it, but what we find traveling is that the things that people care about the most are family and keeping each other safe, and people are really nice.
Yes.
They're basically, most people are really nice, and we hear a lot about the fringes and the terrorists and everything, but, you know.
There's a basic goodness that we find everywhere we go that moves beyond language. And music is such a great way to bridge, like you said, exactly what you said before, to bridge different philosophies and bridge different language, because music bypasses the mind and goes directly to the heart, at least it can.
When Richard McDeesey spearheaded and cleared the path for this.
Yeah, so wonderful.
And the song Messengers of Unity was entitled to reflect the essence of all of the New Thought Songwriters Concert and Tribute. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. I thought, oh my God, that's
The mission statement.
Yes.
You know, it's a job description. It's a way to walk in the world. It's so powerful.
Yes.
We are the messengers of unity. We are the messengers of oneness.
Well, before we go on to 2006, I think that this would be the appropriate time for me to ask one of those questions that somebody literally wrote. And I got permission to tell you a little bit of background about this individual who is in prison at the Miami Correctional Facility. And this person gets all of the Halo Action News in a literal context. So he got all of the information about you and from the website.
Wow.
And came up with this question. I thought, oh God, this is so brilliant. Because when I went on the website, I didn't see it myself. And Robert, I must say, it's for you.
I'm ready.
And so here it is. What was the song that you composed as the #1 hit song as the international? Was it international? Peacemaker. Oh wait,
Oh,
no,
no, that's
it
different,
stops
yeah.
there. What was the song that Robert composed as the #1 hit song?
I have a songwriting partner who lives in Nashville, and he and I actually have grown up together. We met in 7th grade, and we've been in bands and performing groups since that time, and we're still really good friends. But he and I wrote a song called He's Back and I'm Blue, which is such a great country song. It's a great title.
Yeah? So does it have a twang, or can you do a few bars of that one?
Well, actually, you know, it was a #1 hit for the Desert Rose Band. And this is a group that they were actually not so twangy. They were more rock and roll. Chris Hillman was in the group, one of the Byrds. So they had more of a country rock feel.